So we're on the front page of Cricut, and we all the pop-up cards that Cricut has are right here on the front page. You're going to search for pop-up cards. There we go. Now I have almost all of these I have made, and they are on my channel if you want to see them. Here's our, I just did the graduation pop-up card, and now we're going to do the Toolbox pop-up card just in time for Father's Day. But I also have a happy birthday choice, so totally up to you. So you're gonna click on it, and then you're gonna hit customize. And that's going to put it on your canvas. Okay. First thing we need to do is ungroup this. You see how everything is one big group, and we want to be able to do these separate. So we're going to hit ungroup. There we go. Now everything's separate. On the envelope, I'm not going to show you how to make that. I'll show you how to hide it, but not get rid of it. If you pull up layers and you highlight, just like we did this, you just hit this little eye at the bottom. It's still there. See it right there? Except you can't see it, and it's not going to send it to your mat. So once you're done with all this, if you still need the envelope, then you need to go back in here and hit see this just like that. So let's do that again. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about it, do we? Okay, this is going to be super simple. We're not changing the basic card at all. We're just going to add a few things. Now, if you're not going to add these things to the front, then don't worry about it. Get it all cut out. Fast forward it till we're on the desktop, and I'll show you how to put it together. But if you wanted a little more interesting, let me show you how to do that. First, we're going to search for your images, and I'll show you how to do that. When you are on your desktop, you're going to hit images down here in the corner, and you got all these things that pop up. Okay. Then we're going to search. So what you're going to do is everything in Cricut starts with hashtag, capital M. Okay. So then you've got 7F4B A9A. And as you can see, I've got it listed here. So, you can fast forward through this. Just go ahead and get these loaded up onto your canvas if you know how to do that. Okay, so let's hit search. And there's your tool border. So we're going to click it, and you see down here, it puts it down here next to insert. So you can just do it on your own. I'm going to fast forward through all this. You don't need to watch me typing all this stuff in. Pick your Father's Day, pick your birthday, and get them put down with your tool border and get them put on your canvas, and I will meet you over there. Okay, here we are on our canvas. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, we are going to work. I'm going to move these out of our way, so they're not going to be. There we go. Now, if you're doing Happy Father's Day, let's do that first. Well, first, hold on. First, let's make your trim. Okay, your cutout there. You are going to do a square. Okay, you're going to go down here to shapes. Hit square. There we go. Now, we want this to be long and thin. So we're going to go to edit. And then see where it says width and height right here next to the color dot. And the lock in between. For this, you are going to have to unlock it. So first, you're going to do 7 inches high, which is the length of the card, the height of the card. So we're going to change that to 7. And width, you want it 1.25. There you go. There, you can see it right there on the canvas, the size. Okay. Now, this guy is also going to be, let's see what we can say. We're going to change it also, but we want to keep it aspect ratio. So we're going to hit this lock button again and lock it up. And our width is going to be the same. I think we're going to have to make it just a little tiny bit smaller, but let's see how it fits on here. See, I did this one at 0.125 also. Okay, now, when you have that problem, you go over here to arrange, and I'm going to bring it to the front, okay, so I can see. And I'm also going to change the color of this gray square because it's too hard for me to see. And I'm going to change it to this, to the end color, which is this bright blue. There we go. Now, what I'm going to show you is the reason why I said I think we're going to have to make it smaller than 1.2. You see, it's too close to the edges, and it's just going to bleed off. So, we're going to change that to 1.15. Okay. And that is much better. Okay, now I am going to show you how to do the slice. I don't know if you've ever done it before. So this is exactly how you do it. We're going to go to Actions. Okay. Now, you see only delete and duplicate are highlighted. All the rest of them are gray. That's because there's nothing for us to do yet. So what you're going to do, you've got this sitting on top of your other one. You're going to drag your finger or your mouse across it and capture both of them, just like we did that. Now look at the bottom. You've got a ton of different choices, and you're going to hit Slice. Okay, and look at what that does. Whoop. There you go, just like that. Now, you've got the brown, and then you've got this leftover blue that you just cut out of here. Okay, so now we need to do this again. So it will, just like that. And you're going to have a little bit of overlap down here at the bottom. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to notice, and that's where your Happy Father's Day or your Happy Birthday is going to go. So that'll work. So now, when you slice, you can only do 2 images at a time. Okay, so you couldn't do this twice and then slice everything because that doesn't work. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to slide our finger across it. Then we're going to hit Slice again. There we go. Now, there we go. And there we go. And you can see this little leftover brown. Okay, we'll delete that. Okay, then you're done. Okay, and let's double check we didn't change any of the sizes. Send 7 by 1.25. And boom, look, you're already done with that. Okay, then if you're going to do Happy Father's Day, this doesn't come with any kind of backing or anything. And I don't want to just put it on there without that. So first, we are going to, we're going to make it, and then we'll change the size later. Okay, so you're going to go back here to Edit. Then you're going to hit this offside, this little pentagon right here, okay? But that is like way too fat. So I'm going to go this way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep making it smaller and smaller till, there you go. See on either side of the day? Now all of a sudden I've got holes in it. Okay, so I want to pull it back just a little bit. I'm all about teaching you how to do these things yourself. There you go. Okay. And we're going to hit Done. Oh, and it's gray. So let's go ahead and change these colors. This one in particular is going to be yellow. So let's go ahead and change it to the yellow. Okay. And then, of course, the Happy Father's Day part is going to be red. So let's go ahead and change that to red. Go back to Edit. You click on this. And let's change it to the red. I don't know which one is the card, so I'm going to just pick one. Okay. And then I'll see here in a minute whether it matches up. I'm not sure which one. This Happy Birthday may be the wrong one. Now I want one more offset on this because I want it. So you're going to have to select both of them. You don't have to, but you can just select the yellow if you want. But I'm going to drag my finger or mouse across it again. Click both of those. Go back to Edit. Hit Offset again. But I want this one thinner. I don't have to worry about it creating, holes in it because it's just reading the yellow. So there we go. That's at about... Now, if you want to change this by the number, you'll click on the numbers next to the inch. And I think, see, this says 0.216. So I think I just want to change it to 0.2. And then hit Return. And that'll do it. There you go. So we're going to hit Done. And it's back to gray. So let's change that. We're going to change it to the bright blue. There you go. You're done. Now, what you want to do before you size it is you're going to select all of them again, drag on your finger, and you're going to hit group down here next to duplicate. Okay. Now it's all one piece. See? Okay. And then the Father's Day is 3.25 wide. So let's go back to edit, width, 3.25. Okay, just like that. And you can see, and then when that happens again, like we just did, you go back to edit, you put arrange, and you just put bring to front. There you go. There's your Happy Father's Day, and it's going to go with this. Okay. There you go, just like that. Just like that, okay? So, now, if you're doing Happy Birthday, well, before I do this, let me do the matching gift bag. If you need a matching gift bag to go with your card, then I'm going to go ahead and do that with this, and then I'll do the Happy Birthday. If you're not doing the gift bag and you're only doing Father's Day, you're done. Fast forward, go to when we cut it out, go to where you get to the desktop, and we'll put it together. If you're doing Happy Birthday or you're doing the matching gift bag, stick around for just a minute. It's only going to take a few seconds. So here is my tip. What I do is I measure my gift bag, which mine is, I'm going to get a square up here, another square again. Okay. And I'm going to go into edit and unlock it again because I need it different sizes, both height and width. So I measure my gift bag. Mine is 7 by 10, so it's 10 inches high. 10. There we go. And 7 inches wide. So whatever size your gift bag is, then that's what, and my gift bag is red. There you go. So you measure your gift bag, you do whatever you want to do, and put the size of square on here, and you can do this for anything. Okay, we're not going to change this, and we're not going to change this because that's all set up for our card, but we are going to duplicate it. So you're going to go to Actions, Duplicate. There we go. And we're going to duplicate the tool thing. There we go. Now, for mine, since it's 10 inches high, then all I'm going to do is change this to 10 inches high. Okay, there we go, just like that. Okay, and then for the Happy Father's Day, for my size, it is 5 inches wide. Okay, so I'm going to change this one to 5. There. Oh, guess what happened? See what that happened? You know why? It's because I left this unlocked. And that's why, because it's not keeping its aspect ratio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit undo. There we go. And I'm going to lock this. Okay. Then I'm going to highlight it. Then I am going to make the width 5 inches. There we go. Now, if your bag is bigger, then just make your square bigger. Okay. And you won't change the width on the tool thing. You'll just change the height of however high your bag is. And then this, you'll just kind of keep making it bigger or smaller, whatever's going to fit on your bag. So there, you've got your gift bag done. And we'll do the same thing with the Happy Birthday here in a minute. So before you go to cut it out, you will get rid of the square. Now I'm going to delete that because I don't need it anymore. And if you're doing the Happy Birthday, we're going to also do an offset on this. So we are going to go to edit and then offset. These gaps here in the middle, like in this nut and in between the P and the H, I don't like that. So I'm going to make it a little bigger and a little bigger. There we go. I want to keep doing it until I don't have any gaps left. So you're looking at 0.26. So done. Let's go ahead and change that color to the yellow. There we go. And then we're going to do it yet again. Another offset. which I want it just a little bit thinner. It's your card. You choose. I need to change this color, okay? And I'm having a hard time getting to it. So let me show you another tip. You go to layers. Let's find it. It should be, oh, there we go. Where is it? It's gray now that I clicked on it, okay? But the offset is here. So offset's always at the bottom. I don't know why. And we want to change the color to that gray. Go back to edit, hit this, and it's the bright blue. There you go. Let's grab all of those and group them together so I can move it around easily and we'll get the right size. And for your happy birthday, so let's do edit and width and 5. There you go. Just like that. So whether you're doing Happy Father's Day or happy birthday, they both work. Now, you already have this for the cards, the tool thing. So I don't have to do that. All we need to do is figure out a what size we want it on here. And we're just going to do it the same thing we did for Father's Day, and that's going to be width 3.25. Boom, done. So here you are. Oh, look at that. I messed up, didn't I? Here, I'm going to go ahead. I didn't duplicate this yet. So we're done. Let's duplicate this. And then this is for the card. And this one is for the bag. And we're just going to make it 5 inches wide. Okay? There you go. Done. Look at that. So whether you're doing it for Father's Day, whether you're doing it for birthday, you are set. Okay, we've got one last thing to check before we go cut it out. So we're going to hit sync. Okay, and we're going to check our colors. There we've got the light blue, got the black, the gray, red, yellow, and we got one problem. If you're doing the happy birthday, you want to make sure that it's all the same color red. So you hold down these 3 lines right here, and you're just going to drag it up. Okay, so let's go do the other one. There we go. We're going to drag this one up here. No use. We don't need 2 different reds. So now we've got yellow, red, gray, black, and blue. We're ready to go. Let's go cut it out. Go ahead and put the happy birthday and the happy Father's Day together. You don't need to watch me do that. And also, if you could put the handles on these tools, they go on either side, both sides. Just glue those on, because again, you don't need to watch me do all that. That's super simple, and I know that you can do it. And then meet me over at the craft table, and we'll get it put together. Here we are on the craft table. As you can see, it's been well loved. Let me show you the gift bag first. Of course, it's probably self-explanatory, but I showed you how to measure out your bag, so you know how long to make this. So you're just gonna match the front of the card like this, okay? Or if you're doing birthday, just like that. So that's easy enough. Let me show you one tip. I put everything on separate plates so I can kind of keep them organized, and then I just use them over and over and over again. So there's your bag, and I use art glitter glue. It's really good paper to paper glue. It glues really fast, so you don't have to sit there and hold it for a long time. There'll be a link in the description if you need some. Okay, now, if you haven't done one of Cricut's pop-up cards, then you pick the right one, because this one's easy. And it's fast. So, here's your cover. And then these go on the inside. And just like we just did the gift bag, you're going to do the exact same thing here. You're going to, and I did it about, you want to see where the hammer is? Okay. I wanted kind of about the same distance between the hammer and the fold. Right there, like that. Okay. So, we're going to glue that on. No, we're not going to do that, because I have another tip for you. I told you to go ahead and put these together, so they're done. And then the only other part we have is this. So we are going to do that last. Why? Because if we mess up on this, then we'd have to do this whole thing over again. So I usually do the cover last. Okay. So here's your inside, and we are going to use them to where the V goes down like this. Okay. Now, and we'll do that here in a minute. Like I said, if this is your first time, this is going to be super easy. Now, I told you to put your handles on your tools, which we did. And so let's do the toolbox. Super, super simple. Okay, these are gonna fold out like this. There we go, just like that. And these are all gonna fold in. I find it easy to put my fingernail on the fold, and it just seems to fold easier. You know, follow the score line and fold. So let's fold all these. There we go. Okay, now, like I said, this is one of the easiest. You see these little hooks and these slits. Okay, first we're going to do the pliers. Okay, and they're just going to slide right in here. And then you're going to pull them down so they seat into that. Do you see that? Okay, I'll show you from this side. See, once you put it in there, then you're going to, look at that. I moved it. Okay, once you get them in here, well, it's harder to show you. Okay, then you see how I slid down? Okay, and you're going to do the same on the other side. Make sure you got a good bend there. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same thing. It's hard to show you on this. Let's see if I do it upside down, maybe you can see. Okay, there we go. And then you're going to slide it down just like that. You see that? Okay. Then we're going to take your hammer. We're going to do the exact same thing. So let's get it put in these slits, in these slits, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to push them down. And now we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. There we go. Got them through, and then you just pull them down just like that. Okay. Then all we need to do is glue right here. So let's put some glue here. And we're going to bend this over, and you kind of want to meet where your fold is. But I find, because you want to make sure it's going to fold good when it's inside the card. So for me, I usually end up folding it flat like this. So I make sure that it matches up really good. So there you go. There's your top view. Here's your things. Okay. And here's your bottom view. So you know you've got it done right. And then your handle is just going to do the same thing, and it's going to sit on the top. You don't glue any of these in, because then they won't move to collapse inside the card. So all we're going to do is the exact same thing we just did with the gray. You're going to meet up. I got a little piece stuck in there. There we go. Okay, you're just going to meet up these, and you're just going to push it all the way down. See right there? Okay, and this one too. There you go, just like that, you see? Still folds good, folds flat. Now look, you're already done with the toolbox. Look what a great job you're doing already. Okay, now you're gonna take your inside of your card, and you're gonna have it at a V like this, okay? The larger slot is on the right, the smaller is on your left. And then this is going... Okay, that's strange. This doesn't match the picture. I didn't make this ahead of time because it's so easy. And now I'm looking at it, and the toolbox doesn't match the picture, because this says the bigger size goes on this side and the smaller one goes on this side, but it doesn't match. It doesn't matter either. So if you've got two-sided paper, you're good to go. We're just going to switch it around like this. Okay, so now we've got this. Okay, now if you did glue it the right way and you had your slots on the right side, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's still going to open. It's still going to look right. You're going to be good to go. Okay, so first we're going to put the smaller slot into this, and then we're going to turn it over and glue it just like that. And you want to make sure that when you put this in, it goes all the way to the fold. Do you see that? And then we're going to turn it over here. We're going to put some glue on it. Okay. And push it down and make sure it goes all the way to the fold so you don't have any fold showing up here. Okay. Now we're going to do the other one. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Look, it's the same thing. Okay. Now, this is what I want to show you. Once you get it in your slots, look at how close these two pieces of paper are. Okay, so you're going to put them right on either side of the fold once we put all of this into the card. Okay, so just like that. So see how close they are? And then of course you'll go like this. There you go. And it will fold and match up in your card. Okay, so now let's get this other side glued. Again, you want to go all the way to the fold. Okay, make sure you get it folded down real good. Let's put a bunch of glue on here, and we'll put more glue once we glue these inserts inside the outside of the card. There you go, just like that. Told you this one is really, really simple. And then you can decide which side you want, because you see how these, some are upside down, some are right side up. It doesn't matter. You can decide what you want in the front. See? It's your decision. Okay, so now we're going to put this inside your card. Okay, and you are going to want to put it, I always dry fit everything. So I'm going to line up everything. Okay, you're going to put it just on either side of the fold. You kind of want to work on getting these edges, this edge and this edge kind of equal. Nobody's going to notice if you don't, so it's not a big deal. Okay, make sure that you've got it right side up. Okay, and we're going to do this side first. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, because of these ruler cuts here, that and this piece of the paper is so thin, you see how it moves around a lot. I make sure that I put glue on the other side of these ruler things too. Now on this side it doesn't matter as much, because we're not going to be doing because you don't have the cutout on the front yet. Okay, there we go, just like that. And then we're going to line it up just how we had it a minute ago. So you're going to put it just to the edge of the fold, just outside the edge of the fold, like that. There we go. Not too much. Okay. Oops, I moved it right when I set it down. Let me get that. There we go, just like that. There. Got a little bit of glue in there, but the nice thing about this glue is it dries clear, and then once it does dry, you can just kind of rub it off while it's still a little wet. Okay, now we got that side done. Now this side, we're going to do the exact same thing, but you have to be careful not to put any glue right in the middle so it doesn't show through on the cutout. Okay, so let's bend it down. We're going to put some glue right here. Same thing we did, only we're just not going to put any right in the middle. Look, I got a little glue on here. Now, I tell everybody, I've done almost all of these pop-up cards, so you can check my channel if you need some for other occasions. They're really a lot of fun, and the people who get them absolutely love them. Okay, so this time we just did it around the edge on either side of the ruler and on the tab. So we want to make sure when we glue this in that these corners match, so it'll look good. Okay, so anyway, I tell everybody to leave this open either overnight or a few hours and let it dry, because you do not want it gluing into the envelope or the card gluing itself together. Okay, now I match that corner. So I'm going to match this corner up here. You see how that matches? There you go, just like that. And there you go. Look. You've already gotten this far. Look how great you're doing. Okay, now we can do the front now that we know we haven't made any mistakes. On this one, you have a little bit of the hammer that got cut off, which is fine. I put it down at the bottom. That's up to you if you can put it on the top if you want. So again, I'm going to do about the same distance from the edge of this hammer to the corner of the, to the edge of the fold. And you don't have to be, super meticulous about this. Again, it's only a card and it's handmade. So, if there's some little mistakes here and there, it's a handmade card. And whoever you give this to is going to absolutely love it. Okay. Let me do the edges. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here and there. Whoop, look at that. Now look at the mess I made. Let's let that dry. Okay, now, oops, let's turn it around. So I dry fitted it. So now I know where I want to put it, how close I want it to the fold. There we go, just like that. And then depending on what you're doing, I am going to give this to my husband for Father's Day. So I'm going to do the Father's Day one. Or, of course, if you're doing it for a birthday, you can do the Happy Birthday one. So, and I like these both. Number one, on this, the father's part, you see how the inside of the R and the A, you don't have to get and kind of matching. That's because it's a stencil font on this. So I really like that. And when I'm doing stuff like that, a lot of times I'll use the stencil font because I don't want to have to, glue in the middle of the A's and all that stuff. Now, what I do is I kind of try to get this right up under, so it's centered under it's just a design thing, under your cutout tools. Okay, there you go. Now, there's your outside. And ta-da! There's your inside. You did a great job. Now, I'm going to show you this really quick because I'm sure you probably saw it in the thumbnail. Do you see these? Okay, I tried to do a different Father's Day design, but I never could get it to cut out right. You see all these leftover tools? And then this is from the gift bag. I like to use this stuff. I'll either make a tag and put a little line of it down at the bottom, or on this, I'm going to use it as confetti around here, basically because I don't like to waste it. So this is your decision. If you want to put this on there, if not, or you want to have your kids write something on here, that's totally your decision. So look at that. Quick and easy. We're done. What a great job you did.